long-awaited link.
Yeah, I think we are good. I think we got everything ready to roll. You got
Sounds
it up?
good.
You, are
Let
we
me
live?
check again. Yeah,
According
it's
according to the
live.
software, we are live.
Okay, I got it. I will share it real fast.
Okay.
Also, I'll share it on the chess.com club just for good measure.
All right. Yeah, we haven't done that for a while anyway, so.
Alrighty. Well, I think we're ready if you're ready.
Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna plug my phone in because it's like dying. I haven't even used my phone today. I don't know why it's dying.
Probably a
You
good
ever
idea.
ever done that? You just don't even use your phone, and for some reason, suddenly close to dying.
Yeah,
It's great,
I
isn't it?
think it's probably happened before. Yeah.
Mm. All right. Well, I'm ready when you are, and we got people's in chat. How crazy is that?
There we go. Yeah,
All
might as
right.
well get started while they're here.
Uh
All
huh.
right. In three, two, one. Welcome, everyone, to episode 16, I believe, of Football for Fun. I'm Depressed the Texans fan.
I'm delusional, the Panthers fan. Welcome to the live stream Q&A today.
Yeah, welcome to this Q&A themed live stream. I mean, there's a little bit of NFL news like Dalvin Cook released. I mean, we'll probably go over that anyway, but ultimately, Football for Fun is centered around the fans, and the past 2 weeks, you guys have been asking questions, and we're here to answer them. Isn't that the case?
Yeah, for sure, for
Delusional?
sure. Absolutely. We'll
Awesome.
address everything that has been brought up, or at least we'll try to. Might miss a couple of questions. Anything irrelevant will probably be ignored, just so you know. But everything football related, you
Yeah.
can expect that to be
Like, if you
answered.
ask who's the 125th pick in next year's draft, we're probably
We're
not
not
going to
answering
answer
that.
that, but like, interesting talking points. We'll probably also pick and choose what we dive deep into rather than like a quick, answer. So we'll kind of balance it. But ultimately, this is your show. So, you can still join the Discord or not join. Well, do join the Discord, but you can go to the Discord and,
Telling people not to join?
ask your questions. They technically can't join, I guess, because they've already joined the people who are here, but,
Mm.
nonetheless. So we got questions and answers, and I guess, do you just want to talk about Dalvin Cook when the time comes?
Yeah, we'll let that happen whenever
Yeah,
it
just kind of let that
happens.
happen. That sounds
Somebody's gonna
good.
have a question about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Sorry, let me scroll up. Let me just. Okay. First question, is Le'Veon Bell going to the XFL? My answer would be, why would he? He's set, he's
Yeah,
getting
there's
older.
no reason for him to do that unless somehow it's kind of some kind of publicity stunt, I guess. But it's the XFL, it's Le'Veon Bell. Who cares, honestly?
Yeah, exactly. No, at this point, like, I don't know, Le'Veon Bell, I guess he's less dramatic than like Antonio Brown, but like I feel like some of these former players, like, they cause a lot of drama, and it's like I guess Le'Veon Bell had the boxing thing, which maybe that's not bad drama.
Oh, I forgot
But I
about that.
don't I don't remember if Le'Veon Bell had like bad drama, so please don't cancel me if he did something scandalous and I just forgot. But
Yeah, I don't
I
remember
don't know.
anything either. There's just that whole thing with his
Yeah,
contract.
think he just had a boxing thing, which I'm not a boxing guy. I didn't really like pay attention to that. Did he fight one of the Paul brothers, like Jake or whatever Paul brother like boxes?
I genuinely
Maybe
have
he
no
was
idea.
going to. I don't either.
I don't know. I stick with
Okay,
football.
exactly. That's what we will do. Sort of in this next question, which is which NFL coach would be the best chess player?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I actually want to give an answer. I
How do
have
you how do you
okay.
really answer this?
I mean, I guess you have to like take it by personality. I have one candidate answer. Okay, well maybe
I think I got my answer.
okay. Okay, I actually need two answers. I'm gonna think of a second answer.
Okay.
Um it's also I have an answer. I have a answer I'm pretty convinced about. And that would be if they like took up chess and like actually liked playing. Do you want to go or do you want me to go
No,
first?
you go ahead. You go ahead. I've been waiting in anticipation with
I
everybody
think
else.
I think Mike McDaniel would be a good chess player.
Oh, that's interesting. He is kind of nerdy
Yeah,
if
he's
you've listened
kind
to
of
him
nerdy,
talk.
quirky. I feel
Mm.
like, if he like took it up and really liked it, he'd be like pretty good. Would like it.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
for
I
some
could
re
totally see that.
for some reason, my second candidate was Doug Peterson. I don't know why. I just feel like he'd be like, pretty chill. He'd probably just enjoy a good game of chess and like, take it up if he's good. But honestly, that was just kind of random. But my answer is definitely Mike McDaniel, unless someone
Honestly,
else.
I feel like basically all the coaches are, capable of learning and playing, but I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
gonna give
mean,
a weird answer. I'm gonna say
mhm,
Zach Taylor just because I know of several Bengals players who do play, like Chidobe
that's true.
Awuzie. He played in a chess.com football event last year,
Yeah.
or football
hmm
chess. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
I
Yeah.
think they called
Like
it Blitz Champs.
Blitz champs.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, they got several players in their locker room playing, so I'd imagine that gets around to the coach, and he could probably have his players teach him a thing or two. So I'm gonna say Zach Taylor.
Yeah. Julie says Andy Reid. I mean, he's a dang good football coach, but I feel like he'd be, let's say he probably would know more about cheeseburgers than he'd know about chess.
I
I
mean,
feel like
that's
he
kind of
would
what
be
I was
more inclined
thinking.
to like study, culinary stuff, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, that's actually interesting question.
It's unique, we'll say that.
Yeah, it is pretty unique and very thought provoking. I mean, really, you could probably give like almost any answer and have like a decent argument. I mean, because we don't know that these coaches whether they play chess or not. So,
Mhm.
um, okay, now I'm just trying to debate if I want to answer this. Are the Pats going to draft late round DB studs every year? I mean, probably not necessarily every year, but some
And
years, I
if we're
guess.
answering that literally, the answer is no. So, yeah, sorry, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, highly unlikely that every year for the eternity that there'll be a late round stud. Okay.
Right.
Do you think Mike Evans can continue to improve? Do you think he could be the best wide receiver this season? You know, no. You
No
know,
shot. Baker Mayfield is the quarterback. No, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Baker Mayfield's the quarterback. He's getting older. I think he's 20 or 29, which like it's always sad because we do these like Madden rebuilds and like it's always tempting to get Mike Evans, but he's always on like the decline. So like,
Right.
dude, if anything, I think Mike Evans would benefit from not being in Tampa, as much as I'd hate to say it.
Yeah,
And
he
like,
needs a trade out of Tampa this season at the
and like
deadline.
I've been saying like if Mike Evans and Chris Godwin go off, then like watch out for the Bucks. But if their quarterback's not producing, then it's
Right.
not going to mean anything.
And about
So
him being the best receiver, he's never really been a best receiver in the league. His thing has been consistently getting 1,000 yards per season. He's never been someone you think of as a top 5 or maybe even top 10 talent. He's just consistent and
I
reliable.
think I would probably dis. I feel like there have been seasons where he's been like definitely top 10, like top 5 range. I think he's just been overlooked because he's been on the Bucks, and then like he's had like 2 good years with Tom Brady. I mean, it was kind of crappy like last year. So he really only had like 2 good years with Brady. I'm assuming I didn't look at the numbers, but I feel like he's like yeah, I would probably agree. He's never really been like number one.
Right.
I mean, it could be give or take, but I do agree he's been very consistent. He's been putting up numbers, and it
But
will be
he's not
interesting to
flashy,
see.
best in the league receiver, basically.
No, he's just a really good receiver. And it'll be
Right.
interesting to see how his career, like progresses. Like if he stays in Tampa, if he gets like traded, if he like goes to Kansas City or something like that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's not speak that into existence, please. No.
Okay. Next question. Do you think the Ravens will be contenders this year? What do you
Contenders
think?
for what exactly? Like Super Bowl
That's a
contenders?
great question. I guess we're just supposed to interpret that however we may. I mean, we
I
can
think they got
answer
the potential
both.
for it. I'm not predicting it though.
So Super Bowl contenders, I'd say no because I don't trust Lamar's health. But playoff
Right.
contenders, absolutely freaking lootly.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the hunt all season long at the very least. So I wouldn't be
Yeah.
betting on a Super Bowl run or anything though.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Joe Flacco's won a Super Bowl in Baltimore, but yeah, in this very stacked AFC, you'd have to beat the Chiefs probably. Like, yeah, I just wouldn't bet on that. Um, who is DeAndre Hopkins going to end up with? I think we discussed that last
Yeah, we
episode.
had a whole
And
live stream for that.
what was my? Oh, I predicted Browns. Yeah,
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 you
yeah.
said
And I think you
Cleveland. I'm
predicted
sticking with
Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
I'm
still probably stick with that.
fair enough. Fair enough. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stick with Kansas City for now.
very fair. Will Tom Brady be the greatest commentator ever? Well, the real question at this point is, will Tom Brady commentate? Because, like, there are like rumors that like he may just not do the Fox gig at all. So, like,
I mean,
right?
hasn't he already signed the contract and everything? Be
Well,
kind of
yeah, he
crappy
has,
not to
but
do it at this
I mean,
point.
is he gonna have a gun to his head if he doesn't? Like, he may just not opt out to do it.
I mean, I guess that's possible.
No, that like actually there are rumors out there that he's just because he's not doing it this coming year. I think he said that anyway that he would, or he said he would plan to start in like 24, and then like yeah, there are like rumors because I don't
Hmm.
know because there's also the factor. And I don't know if Tom Brady cares about this, but like Greg Olson, right, is who Tom Brady would be kicking out. And then like
Hmm.
Greg Olson, and he's been doing very well apparently, and he'd be losing out on like millions of dollars if Tom Brady took his place. So like, I don't know. Now I guess we could answer like, assuming that happens, assuming he becomes a commentator, would he be a good one? I mean,
He's
I
gonna have
think
a
so.
lot of insight and knowledge. I'll say that, but he
Yeah,
doesn't have the personality for
he
it to
may
be
not
entertaining.
be
You know?
his like his voice may not be as iconic as like Al Michaels, Jim Nance, Joe Buck, love him or hate
Yeah,
him.
he's
My
just kind of
grandmother
boring to
my
listen
grandmother
to.
hates Joe Buck by the way, but he's not he's gonna be a little bit more monotone, but he's gonna have like very strong insights about like, just like defenses, like reflecting on his playing experience.
Mm.
So I mean, heck, I mean, if Tom Brady was commentating, I'd watch it.
If you say so, I'm not
Okay.
gonna go out of my way to watch his commentary though. But like, he's gonna have some insight. That's the bottom line.
Just admit, you'd at least like look up YouTube and look up his commentary. Like,
I'm not watching for the commentary. I'm watching for the game. So
so
me personally, no, I'm
okay,
good.
so if randomly, for some reason, there's like a noon game,
Mhm.
Texans versus Commanders, and for some reason Tom Brady's commentating that, you wouldn't go out your way to at least like look at the highlights to like watch to see how Tom Brady's commentating is, and say that's week one, so
Probably
it's his
not.
first commentary gig ever. You
I
just
mean,
wait till week two.
I have no intention to. I don't really care who's commentating the game. Like, in all honesty,
Dude, you don't have to make the Tom Brady hate personal. Like,
I'm
at
not.
least,
I
okay,
genuinely don't care who's commentating. I'm not
okay.
gonna flip the channel over the commentator. I'm not gonna choose what to watch because of the commentator. Like, I'm watching for the teams and for the game.
I will actually say I agree with that. Like, I feel like there have been like commentary teams that are like people say they're terrible, and I'm like, I don't notice a difference. Like, it's football. Commentators, if anything, are background noise. I mean, I would say like I notice Al Michaels because he's so iconic. I notice Joe Buck to an extent. I notice Tony Romo because he kind of has like he's kind of unique. Um, it's pretty much it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Who's the better host?
Wait, for us, there is no better host. Okay, it's 50-50.
Yeah. Why is it called football and soccer called soccer? I need a very in-depth explanation. Do your research. I don't know. I don't know why.
I mean, what you do is you go to Google and you insert that same question, and you whatever Google says is correct. Let's go with that. The internet wouldn't lie, right?
I mean, the fact that Devon holds us to the same regard as Google, that's
That means
actually
a lot.
flattering if you think about it.
Hey,
Um,
thanks a lot, Devin. I appreciate that. That's really really cool.
um, would Tom McDonald be a good running back? I don't. Yeah, I remember looking at that question. Like, I don't even know who Tom McDonald is. I mean, I'm probably
Yeah,
not
I
because,
don't know who that is.
well, if he's not in the NFL, he probably wouldn't be a good running back, to be completely frank.
That's a good enough answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, who's the greatest Pats player of all time, not named Tom or Rob? Um, my assumption is Matthew Slater.
I'm I'm drawing a blank on this. I don't know. I can't really
So,
name any great ones because all they ever talk about is Tom Brady.
yeah, so there's Matthew Slater. Someone else
Uh,
gave an answer, Randy Moss.
yeah, he
But
was only there
I
one season. I wouldn't count that one.
No, he was there for more than one season. He had like
Oh,
one
was he?
really good. Yeah, I think he was there for three or four. So I researched
Oh,
that for this actually.
oh,
He
okay,
had
okay, fair.
one amazing season that he just had good seasons. So like Andy
Okay.
said it was Randy Moss, but you can't do that based on like one season. Like I think
Yeah, I
Matthew
mean,
Slater.
I would have said he's a Viking. You know.
Exactly. No, he is
Yeah,
he's
just like Tom Brady is a Patriot, like Randy Moss is a Viking. Like you don't get to be owned by a team just because you played a couple seasons for them.
exactly. Yeah. And like Matthew Slater, he's been there for the long run. He's been to like several Pro Bowls for his like gunner position. I think Bill Belichick even said that Matthew Slater is the Tom Brady of special teams. So I'm
Mm.
like, if he's saying that, he's being honest, then like it's
I
got to
mean
be
that's
Matthew.
pretty high praise. So yeah, we can go with
Unless
that.
there's some Patriot players in like the 70s that was like really good and like we're not thinking of. But that's probably
Yeah,
not
my
the case.
knowledge doesn't go back that far.
Drew Bledsoe.
I don't even know how great he was, honestly. Like I only know him for
I
being the guy who got hurt and let Tom
I
Brady win.
know. I think he was good. They actually were in a Super Bowl like a couple years before he got hurt. I think they
Mm.
lost to the Packers with Brett Favre, but
Oh,
I think he
okay.
was good, just not good enough to, overtake the GOAT. Um, and then Evident Road said Edelman, which is definitely not the case. He was a good
No.
receiver. He was never elite.
Right. Yeah, he gets overhyped because of that one Super Bowl performance, I believe.
Oh, that one catch, like in
Yeah,
the
that one
Falcons Super
catch.
Bowl. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that was cool, but
That one play
it's like it's
doesn't
like the
decide your
OBJ
elite.
catch. Like one catch doesn't like define your career.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is chess like football? I mean, there are strategic components to both. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's about as far as we can say regarding that.
Yeah. Um, can y'all stream on Twitch? No. Is Saquon forced to New York Giants? It's like they tagged him. I mean,
I mean, he could hold out.
he's probably gonna get hefty fines if he doesn't play for the Giants. And like, yeah, I assume that he's like, gonna play under, like, I haven't heard any like mumblings that he's like disgruntled and gonna hold out and things like that. So like, if I'm a Giants fan, I wouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah, that should be fine. He'll play and he'll hopefully do fine and get paid next off season.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Let's see. Is Lawrence Taylor the GOAT?
The
I mean,
goat or the defensive goat or what?
you just said the GOAT.
The
And
answer there is no.
Bill Belichick is. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was a really good defensive player, but it's got to be Tom Brady.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
So
we're both in agreement there.
yeah, exactly. What is the best chess opening? Are we
Pass.
allowed to answer that on a
Nope.
football podcast?
This is a football stream. Let's keep it going.
Am I
Nope.
bad at chess? We will skip that. Was feeling being good at chess feel like? We'll skip that. How do I become popular? I mean, the way
Why are
to be
you asking
popular.
us? As if we would know.
I mean, okay, to be as popular as us, which is not very popular, but have some level, like a little level of popularity, like I don't know, be cool and like, just have something, like for us it's chess and football, but right now we'll just pretend it's football because chess doesn't exist on football for fun for the most part.
Yeah, I definitely don't have chess pieces in my background right now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, just be likable. I think that's like key because like if you're likable, then like there aren't very many people that are going to dislike you. The people who dislike you are going to like find reasons to dislike you, which hopefully they're far and few.
Fair enough.
You're more
Yeah, what he
popular than
said,
me.
I
Would you
guess.
do you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds fair to
Okay.
me. I got nothing there. Just be yourself, I guess. Maybe don't try too hard to be popular because that doesn't
Yeah,
really matter anyway. You know.
that's also true. Yeah, I think it's just like, yeah. And again, like not like claiming that I'm popular or anything, but like I never thought about like having some following or anything like that. I'm just like, I don't know. I just like writing blogs and like, just doing stuff like this. And then we'll just, I think it resonates with people. Um, Talk about sub goals.
We have sub goals. I
Let's
think
get
we
that
said
79 sub.
I think we said at 100 we would start having guests on the streams. I think
That's
I think that's
true.
as far as we got, and then we got stuck after saying that. So maybe
Yeah.
we went for the wrong goal.
Yeah, I feel like if we really wanted to work hard, I think we could get 1,000 by the end of the year. I kind of feel that's the case.
Yeah, we could
I
grind
just
it out.
think we'd have to be consistent though, especially during the football season. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really when we need to ramp it up.
because like I mean, 1,000. It's not like 10,000. Like 1,000 is actually not that far fetched. If we're about to be at 100, say, then we only need to do that 10 more times. Like that like
Mm.
that's an easy task. But
Yeah, like that's pretty doable.
exactly.
One day.
Um. Okay, so there's this plethora of questions. I'm just gonna pick what we how quickly can Bryce Young get to speed?
I mean, sounds like he's already getting up to speed. He's already quarterback one on the depth chart, and he's already
Yeah.
taking control of the locker room. He's starting week one, assuming there is no
Yeah.
injury to him. I think he'll get up to speed really fast. He could be up to speed by week one.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, seems to be going well as far as the off season goes. I mean, we'll see during the games, but yeah, he seems to be, on track. Um, will Justin Fields take a leap as a passer?
I'll go with yes. It might not be a huge leap, but he should improve simply because they have better receivers now. All jokes
Yeah,
aside regarding DJ Moore.
they have better receivers. They probably should realize that they can't like completely rely on his running game and like if he can throw and run, then that'll be good for him. Um, what will Deshaun Watson look like in 2023?
He'll probably be better, but he won't be Houston Texans Deshaun Watson. Probably some in-between version of it for the Browns to be like a
Yeah.
10, 11 win team, maybe, at best.
Yeah, he'll probably be like very competent and like be able to use some of the strengths he used in Houston to his advantage in Cleveland. He'll have like better receivers than when after Hopkins was traded, and a
Mm.
better O line, better running game, better coach. Maybe. I mean, I'm not claiming that's to fancy. He's like some like world beater, but he did take Baker Mayfield to the playoffs, so that's something. I doubt Bill O'Brien could have done that. So yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we'll see what comes of that.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Is Jordan Love the next guy for Green Bay?
I mean, he is the next man
Probably.
up. He's the next starter.
Yeah.
Is he going to be good though?
Yeah, I think that implies like is he gonna be like their franchise quarterback basically, which I would probably guess no. Just based on like
Based on the
odds,
fact
like
we haven't seen anything from him to really have faith in him to take that next step. He's essentially a rookie who's had a couple of seasons on the sideline.
exactly, yeah. And like a little bit of playing experience. But I think I heard
Yeah,
like
he had that one game at least against the Chiefs.
I think he's attempted like 50 NFL passes in his career. So like
Yeah, so
he
it's
is a way to
not a
go.
whole lot.
That's not a lot. No. So like
I mean, Mahomes can get that
yeah,
in one game.
I mean, I don't think the window's closed that he could just be the franchise quarterback. I'm not saying like Hall of Famer, but could he be like, just some top half quarterback and just like get a second contract? I guess he technically did get a second contract, but not in that way. Like he got
Yeah.
1 year extension. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I would kind of doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, will Houston regret trading up to number 3. Well, that depends on who does that depend on? It depends on Will Anderson because
Mm.
we're gonna get CJ Stroud regardless. And if Will Anderson is the next Jadavian Clowney, that would not be great. And then also, it depends on our record, frankly, because if we have the worst record in the league, what's really going to make me sour is if the Cardinals have like the number 1 and 2 overall pick, or like number 1 and 3 or something like that. Like that would make me sick. I'm at least glad we have a first round pick of Cleveland, but that would be hard to watch.
Mm. Yeah, no,
And
I'm
then
with you there for sure.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess like I am happy that like we kind of eliminated ourselves from the Caleb sweepstakes because like we're not getting Caleb unless the Browns like have the worst record in the league. Like that's not happening. As much as dysfunctional as the Browns have been historically, like I don't think that's gonna happen this year.
Yeah,
Um,
probably not. Probably
I
not.
guess I guess we'll see. I mean, knowing the history of the Texans, we probably will regret it, but I don't know. I guess we didn't regret trading up for Deshaun until like a few years later. Like it was going to be like a good trade until all that crap happened.
Right. No, I don't think
I think
you'll end up regretting it. I think you'll get enough from Will Anderson just because he should immediately make an impact on the defense. And if it doesn't work out,
yeah.
oh well, right? Like you tried.
I
I
mean,
think just the fact that you tried something and made the fans excited about it is already enough to call it a win.
true. Yeah, and I think like I feel like Will Anderson. I mean, hopefully he's just going to be someone that like D'Amico Ryans can work like very well with. Because
Mm.
I actually watched a video. Do you know that franchise guy on YouTube?
That franchise guy?
Yeah, that's his like YouTube name.
Oh, that's his
I'm
YouTube
guessing
name. I thought you were just like you know that guy, right?
no,
No,
so
I
I'm
don't know
guessing
who
you
you're
don't
talking
know.
about.
So he's
No, no, I don't
actually
know. I don't know.
no, yeah. So I've actually watched some of his stuff. He's actually pretty good. He has over the summer, he has a deep dive. He'll have like a separate video of like a deep dive for every NFL team. So like he'll rank them. So his first video was like the 32nd team, which was the Cardinals. Then he did like 31st, which I think that was the Rams, and 30th was Texans. And the thing is, he'll do like an hour and a half, a 2 hour video on some crappy team. So like just going through like every position, the head coach, or the coaching scheme, staff, whatever, and like just things like that. It's actually very cool. I mean, when he gets
All
to the
right.
Panthers, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an
But
eye out for that.
yeah, but he did like the Texans deep dive, and I think he was saying that like Will Anderson was not used. Now, like again, not that I'm trying to like take his word for gospel, but I also know he's like worked like hard at this, so I assume like I actually don't know
He's
what
done
that.
his research, right? Like he
Oh
should
yeah, he's done
know.
his research. He worked for PFF, I believe, so he has some credibility, definitely.
All right.
So yeah, Will Anderson apparently was misused in Alabama. I want to say no, it was. Well, I think he was. I was also thinking of Stingley though, because Stingley in his rookie year was misused because Stingley likes playing man to man,
Uh-huh.
but we were running a lot of zone, which didn't help Stingley. And somehow Will Anderson was misused. I don't remember how exactly, but
That seems kind of
basically,
crazy if he was misused. Like the stats he put up at Alabama were too good for him to have been misused.
I know. I was even thinking that he's like he is too freaking good. So like I'm like, and so he was saying like basically, Will Anderson's gonna be a perfect scheme for D'Amico Ryans. D'Amico's gonna use his strengths. Like if that happens, then like I'm here for it. So like
Mm.
I guess all that to say like yeah, if Will Anderson can be like, I'm not asking for T.J. Watt, but if he can be like Hassan Reddick or something like that, I'm here
I mean
for it.
that's a win. That's a win.
That's definitely a win. We hopefully we extend him, and then he's just a franchise cornerstone for years to come. And C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly good possibility. Like, I don't think he's gonna be bad or anything. Like he's a freak of nature, really. If you saw him play at Alabama, he was insane. So I
Yeah,
think he was probably a little overhyped. I think he's gonna be more like Brian Burns. He's Carolina's edge rusher. So very good, but not
yeah,
like top tier elite edge rusher or anything like that. So it should
yeah.
be worthy of the pick. Like you should not regret it.
Yeah, no, if he can just be like a stalwart, that's like, a win. I guess I wish we had like looked like tried to negotiate another trade. I mean, I'm sure we did, but like I'm sure the Cardinals were pretty stubborn. Like we have to have y'all's pick. Like I'm sure we offered
Yeah.
Cleveland's pick. They were like, no, we have to have your pick. And like, it's not like we even had like a ton of leverage. Like the Cardinals could have done business with a lot of other teams and like,
Or they could have sat there and taken Will Anderson themselves too.
exactly. Yeah. So, oh, you know what that does remind me of? That's actually very funny. It's like if Will Anderson becomes really good and the Cardinals passed up on him, you know what other stud the Cardinals passed up on a few years ago?
Who?
Nick Bosa.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
And
Oh
apparently there was
yeah.
this story that like Nick Bosa told them at like some meeting, like, if you take that little guy, I'm going
Yeah.
to like haunt you for years to come. So like imagine if Will Anderson becomes a stud and they miss out on two like stalwart defensive players. I mean, who knows at this point, but I don't know. Just thought that
Yeah, the
was funny.
Cardinals have some issues. We can just leave it at that.
I think that is safe to say. Um, okay.
All right,
Let me
next
see
question.
what we. Yeah, I'm just trying to see which one I want to.
Gotcha.
Can the
Okay.
LA Rams rebound from an abysmal 2022? I doubt it.
I
Like,
mean, they can. I wouldn't predict
yeah.
anything. It's more
It's
likely they're
like
near the bottom of the league.
no, it's like I always say like they did win the Super Bowl 2 years ago. That's
Hmm.
something, but they were also abysmal. Like once they got injured and stuff like that. So like if Stafford, Cup, Aaron Donald, it's mainly those three, right? Who like made a big difference.
Hmm. And
I
Jalen
guess
Ramsey
Jalen
too,
Ramsey's gone.
perhaps. But
Oh,
he's
who's
yeah, he's
that?
out of there.
Yeah, but like if those three can play like even like 80, 85% of the snaps, which that's gonna be a big ask, but if they can be consistent, then like I guess there's a chance if like Matthew Stafford can like have his best career year. Like I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't
I
seem
would
very likely.
I do know some team that we assume is going to suck is going to have a good year, especially in the NFC. They're going to go like
It's,
10
it's
and
going to be
7 and
Carolina.
like
It's going to be Carolina.
see, do we assume that they're going to suck? Because I don't think they
Well, it
do.
depends where
Like
you
I think
look. I
we
mean, I mostly
like
most of what I see is Bears fans talking crap. So
yeah, I'm thinking like the Bucks are gonna do good, the Rams, even the Cardinals, maybe like some. I would have said Packers, but I actually think a lot of people think the Packers could be competitive.
mhm.
Trying to think who else.
Bears,
True, that's true. I don't think anyone assumes that they're gonna make any noise. That's very possible,
right? I
actually.
mean, if Justin Fields actually progresses as a passer, they could be really scary.
Yeah, that's true. And they have like some receivers, and yeah,
It's just Philadelphia all over again.
that's true. Okay, this is a good one. Can Miami crash the party in the AFC East? Okay, I assume that means like the first place party. I guess we'll take it as that.
So
I
can
mean,
Miami win the division? Is that the question then?
yeah,
I mean, you know
yeah.
my take on
I know
that.
you have an answer to that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a Miami supporter for sure. Everyone else is looking at the Jets. Nah, give me Miami. And
yeah.
Buffalo's not gonna make it. They put Josh Allen on the cover of Madden. That means they're cursed. They're not doing anything this season.
So they're not making the playoffs, or just not making it to first place.
They might make the playoffs, maybe.
They might make
They might go 0
it.
17 just because of the Madden curse. You never know. Everything is in play now. That's all I'm saying.
I hate to like rain on your parade. I don't think the Madden curse is actually real.
Okay, but we don't talk about that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, we
fine.
don't talk about that. We
Yeah.
gotta
So
let
like
it be real.
they definitely can crash the party. I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like I think it does depend on Tua's health, obviously, and like I would still pick the Bills. I don't think the Jets are gonna like win the AFC East. I just feel like there's like a lot of excitement around that, but it just doesn't make sense to pick them to win. They could be a convincing wild card, but they could also miss the playoffs. Like you just never know.
Right.
So yeah, they absolutely can. Um, okay, is Mac Jones in position to succeed? Nope. Next,
Nope.
actually, well, I mean, Bill O'Brien, I guess, makes
Nope.
it better, but
Nope.
not really.
Nope. Mac is bad. Nope. Moving on.
Wait, did Mac like do something bad to you or something? Sheesh. Okay. Let's see. Oh, who is San Francisco's quarterback?
It's going to be Brock Purdy. It sounds like he's going to be ready for week 1.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's ready for week 1, he's obviously their QB1. It's just I think it's like Purdy, Sam Darnold, and then Trey Lance is just shoved back there.
I
Just
think if
crazy.
Lance is ready to play too, I think he would be number 2 behind Brock Purdy. I think
I'm
Darnold is going to be
pretty
number 3
sure
there.
Sam Darnold is ahead of him.
Maybe right now. I don't. I haven't checked out the depth chart or
I mean,
anything.
it could
My gut
change.
tells me it's going to change by the regular season.
Also, Trey could get traded. Like that seems to be realistic. Which, like, if that's the case, then
This is true.
obviously, like, Sam would be up there. Let's see. Is Sam Howell legit? I mean, I guess the
And we don't
jury is
know.
out, but I would doubt it. But
I think
I mean,
he's gonna be decent. He's not gonna be like a franchise quarterback though. Maybe someone like Gardner Minshew, basically like that same level of play
like
is
a
what I would
good top
expect.
tier backup or something like that. I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now oh, we got this question again. Is chess and football alike? Well, we just answered that. Can y'all talk about me? We don't need to give unnecessary attention. So next question.
Good job.
I
Good
bet
job.
you'll never guess who asked
Good
that.
job. I'll never guess. Nope. No idea.
Is Dalvin Cook a Patriot? Why would he be? Why would he
That's
voluntarily
wishful
go there?
thinking, honestly. Like, no, Bill Belichick is not going to go sign a. I think he's 28
Like
now, 28-year-old
like
running back.
yeah, and it's like, is Dalvin Cook a Houston Texan? He's not gonna go there. He can kind of choose where he wants to go. And like, no, I'm not comparing the Texans to the Patriots, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you have options, like, do you want to go to those teams? Like, you know, no. I
It's
mean, yeah, I
Miami
agree,
or it's
Bill.
Kansas City.
I don't. Yeah, I actually haven't thought about like what team because like I feel like everyone on social media is saying Dolphins, so I've just been saying it's not going to be Dolphins just to be like contrarian. So when
Yeah, I'm
everyone says
disappointed by that too. That everyone is jumping on that wagon. Like he's going to be a Dolphin because I said that weeks ago. I'm very disappointed that it's the popular opinion because that means it's not going to happen. So I'm
yeah,
thinking the Chiefs would be a pretty ideal landing spot, but I mean they're an ideal landing spot for basically anyone at this point.
I feel like the
Anyone who wants the
Chiefs would
ring.
probably just ride it with Pacheco. I feel like they do that.
Oh yeah, but he's more of a runner. Like he's not really. I don't think he's really a 3-down back. So they
I mean
could have him. They could have Dalvin Cook,
they
and
still have Clyde
excellent duo.
Edwards-Helaire to like compliment him.
They need
I
to trade
think.
him.
Okay. I don't know who wants an older, expensive. I mean, he is very good. He's come off like I think consecutive, like 4 consecutive 1,000 yard seasons and like Pro Bowls
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So
yeah.
he's
He's one of the
very
best running backs in the game if he stays on the field.
yeah. Um, Cowboys.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess that's possible. Maybe Jerry Jones is looking at Dalvin Cook and going, "Yep, I want him."
What if he goes? No, that's not happening. I was gonna say like because I'm thinking division rivals. I was gonna say Lions, but they did draft Gibbs, so I would
Hmm.
assume not. And like, who's it?
Yeah,
Do they have
they
another
got David
running back?
Montgomery.
Oh, they have. Oh, Montgomery. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I thought
yeah.
that would
They
happen.
don't need a running back.
What if he goes to the Packers?
That'd be weird. Don't they have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon?
Oh, why did I think they had one? Yeah, I forgot about Aaron Jones.
I
For
mean,
some
if
reason,
they
I
want to
thought
like
about
line him up at receiver, then maybe I guess.
no.
I
They'll
don't think
just
they need a
have
running
like
back.
they'll have a three running back. They'll have a first down back, a second down back, and a third down back.
I
No,
mean,
yeah,
that
that would,
works, I guess. If
yeah,
you do you, I guess. Whatever.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I guess the
Baltimore.
Bears are the other
Baltimore is a good
division.
place.
Ooh, yeah, Baltimore could make sense. Yeah,
They
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 actually
got
does.
unproven J.K. Dobbins. They got a bunch of
They have
other
like
guys who I don't
injury
know.
issues at running back, right?
Yeah, basically all their running backs get injured. So I don't know, 1-2 combo with Dalvin Cook and J.K. Dobbins. Try to split the playing time maybe and hope that they don't get injured. If one goes
Yeah.
down, you have the other. I don't know. It wouldn't be the worst idea that they've had.
Yeah. Uh-huh, definitely. That
Here's a
kind of
wild idea.
reminds me.
Maybe Cincinnati. They get rid of Joe Mixon and then they sign Dalvin Cook. I don't think that happens, but
That'd
it's
be
at least
interesting.
like
Yeah,
outside the box idea for them.
it's true. The whole thing kind of reminds me. Apparently, Hopkins visited the Titans. That would be a weird fit.
Exactly, it would.
Yeah. And I think there's like, oh yeah, and apparently Pat McAfee. I only say that because that's the thumbnail. So maybe it's, or not the thumbnail, the title. But apparently, Pat McAfee or someone over there thinks that he and the Patriots they make perfect sense. And I'm like, no,
Yeah, because he
I
played for
don't.
Bill O'Brien. He had his best seasons there and all that, right?
Exactly. I'm sure they would love to reunite and just catch up on like the good old times.
Yeah, I'm sure Hopkins forgot about that whole trade, right? Yeah, that. Nope, no
Exactly.
hard
And Bill
feelings or
O'Brien
anything.
comparing him to Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He would definitely want to go play for Bill O'Brien again.
Exactly. Okay,
Honestly,
well, that was the questions. Although Raji says the Vikings still gonna make the playoffs. I mean,
very likely.
yeah, wild card exit probably, but yeah, they'll probably make the playoffs.
They should
Um,
make the playoffs. It would be disappointing for them if they didn't.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you're in the chat and you have any like other questions, I don't know, you're welcome to interact with us. But we've kind of, finished our agenda, so.
That was surprisingly fast.
It actually was. There wasn't like some topic that we had to talk about.
Yeah, there's nothing super crazy. I think we spent more time talking about our own teams than we did on like the other questions.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh Allen on the Madden cover, I guess
I mean, that's not really newsworthy. They just, announced it during the boring part of the off season, so everybody talks about
yeah,
it.
and we're all gonna buy it regardless of who's on the cover. I mean, J.K. Dobbins could be on the cover. We're all gonna buy it.
I mean, a
Um,
quarterback like Josh Allen makes it more marketable, I guess. Imagine
yeah,
having
I
to
mean
make your
that's probably.
marketing
I mean,
campaign
yeah,
around
the
J.K.
sales probably
Dobbins.
would decline. Yeah. What did you think of RG3's take that Damar Hamlin should have been on the cover?
What exactly was his take? Was that like all he said? Damar Hamlin should be on the cover
Well,
instead of
just
Josh
because
Allen?
he almost died and it would just be a good story, things like that. Basically, that was basically it.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that for sure. Not. But I mean,
Yeah,
is that really necessary at this point? Like, it's an awesome story already. He's back on the field, and that's great. But I mean,
I feel like yeah, and I do understand it. I do agree. It's good to be sympathetic, but I
mhm.
feel like he's probably going to be gifted comeback player of the year if he just walks on the field in a game. So
Right.
he probably has enough going for him. I don't think it would have changed. I think it would have been I know some people were like, no, but the Madden curse. I don't really. Yeah, I don't care.
Wasn't
I would.
Mahomes on the cover not long ago, and he just won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
curse is not
Mahomes.
real. We just don't talk about that.
Although, oh wait, Mahomes was on it with Brady. No, I think Brady had a good year because Brady had a bad year this year or this last year, and no, yeah, because that was the year I think Brady made it to the playoffs and lost to the Rams, and then
Mm.
wait, who's on the most? Is Lamar Jackson on the most recent cover?
Is
I
he?
should know it since I have it, but I never look at it.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I think it is Lamar Jackson. Um, Madden 23. Oh, duh! It's the late John Madden.
Oh, yeah, right. Of course,
It's
of
John.
course.
Yeah. Wait, I'm getting those years confused. I guess it was because no, John Madden. Okay, yeah, it would be him because Madden 24 is about to come out, and I was like, because he died in 2021, I think, late 2021, like that. But yeah, it makes sense because yeah, he's
Mhm.
on 22, and then Josh Allen on 23. Tom Brady and Mahomes was on 21, and then I
And
don't
beyond that,
know.
who
I think
knows?
Lamar Jackson might have been. feel like Lamar Jackson was on a Madden cover recently, but
Probably the year after he won the MVP.
that probably would be the case. Yeah. So yeah, I don't. I know there are people who are like, Josh Allen was on the cover over like Jalen Hurts. Like, who cares? Like, they're
Honestly, yeah, yeah. Who cares in the end? It doesn't even matter that much.
now. What I do think would have been really cool, actually, now that I like think about, would be like. Now I don't know how they would do it, how it would like will look on the cover, but like a Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase like picture that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, something like
But
that. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm fine with the way what they do. Just one player is that's
no,
cool with
I'm
me.
fine
Or
with that
the two
too.
players with Mahomes and Brady that one year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like, whatever.
nah, we're all
It's
gonna
cool.
buy it as long as it's like a notable player on like the Madden cover. We're all gonna buy it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not, but most people are. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if you're like crazy about it like I am, then like
Right.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
go sell it. We'll probably buy it. Or his mom. I don't know, but yeah. Is there any 2021 Lamar Jackson Madden cover? Yeah. So I think yeah.
All right.
No, wait. So that wasn't Brady and Mahomes. Was Brady and Mahomes 2020? Brady and Mahomes might have been 2020. No, it was. Wait.
I have no clue.
When was Lamar Jackson on the Madden cover? If you're rewatching this, like this podcast, we're kind of just chilling now, I guess. So you're welcome to stay, but we don't have anything else substantial.
Yeah, if you
Lamar
have any
Jackson.
questions, again, you can put them in chat, or if you just want to speak at all in chat, then we're interacting, or we're trying to. So, yeah,
Exactly.
say whatever you want in chat.
Lamar was in 2020. It's also confusing because it's called Madden 21 when it's in 2020. So like they go a year ahead. So like yeah,
Right,
Lamar
right,
is
right, right. So the year
2020.
they have the year, and then a year ahead is the what the edition is called, right?
Right. So this upcoming one is 24.
Yeah, that they do make that confusing. How nice of them.
Yeah,
That's great.
definitely.
Okay, that
Um
makes more sense.
yeah. Yeah, Brady
Antonio
Mahomes
Brown
2022.
2019. It's a shame he had a
Oh,
Madden cover.
oh Antonio Brown.
I,
Yeah.
in
That's
retrospect, that probably wasn't a good choice.
Do you want to take a wild guess as to who was on the Madden cover of my first Madden game?
Calvin Johnson.
No, that's a good guess though, but no.
That's the first one I had, so that's the only like that. That's the guess I had. So
Gotcha.
what was it? Or who was it?
Peyton Hillis.
Who?
I think
No,
he was a
really, who is
fullback.
that?
He was a fullback on the Browns, I think. He was like very good apparently. I
How
think he was
old
good
is
for
this?
one
How old is the
season.
game?
It was like Madden 13 or 14 or something like that.
So a solid 10, 11 years ago. They had a
Yeah.
fullback on the cover back then.
See, I think Peyton Hillis had one good year, and then I think maybe that's where people get the Madden curse, which is that Peyton Hillis had like one good year, and then like just kind of. Let me see, Peyton Hillis. Let me just look at his stats. I guess he is okay. It says running back. I'm pretty sure he was a fullback. Yeah, he was primarily used as he was the fullback. So
Hmm.
okay, that's actually a little. So in 2010, which was his third year, he had 270 carries for 1177 yards for a fullback. As for like a running back, that's like good. For a
Yeah.
fullback, that's like very good. 11 touchdowns, and then he just career very mess since then.
Okay. That's still such an odd choice for the Madden cover. Like we said, it doesn't matter, but still, like just looking back on it, it's
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Oh, he was on the Madden. Okay, so Madden 13 was before the 2012 season, which it means he was coming off 2011. So that was the year after his good
They
year.
make this far too confusing.
Yeah, why? Like, wasn't Tom Brady good then? Put him or like I'm sure like I don't know Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Man, something like that. Like
Has Aaron Rodgers ever had a Madden cover?
I think he. It's a good question. I
Maybe the year he won the Super Bowl.
probably I feel like he has. apparently Madden 11. I'm just making sure this is not like some Photoshop. Oh yeah, yeah, it was a Photoshop. So Madden 11 was Drew Brees. I don't remember Drew Brees being on a Madden cover. That's funny. We should just go through. Let's go through Madden covers.
Oh my! Hey, we have a
Let's.
question. We have a question in chat real quick
Oh,
before we
what's
do
the
that.
question? What's up?
Who is the best special teams player ever? I'm just gonna take it easy and say Justin Tucker. Best kicker of all time, at least.
Slater.
I don't
That's
know.
what
I'd put Tucker ahead of him at this point, but you could argue Slater for sure.
he can score points, and Slater
Yeah,
can't. I mean, that's fair.
I feel like that's
I
kind
don't
of fair
know.
justification.
Okay, so here are the Madden covers. So do you want to go from like most recent to oldest, just so it's like more surprising as we go about it?
Sounds good to me.
So 2024 was Josh Allen. 2023 was the late John Madden. 22 was Pat and Brady, the GOAT. It was the GOAT and it was Patrick Mahomes, by the way. 21
Yes,
was
thank
Lamar
you for
Jackson.
clarifying.
20 was Mahomes. 19 was Antonio Brown. 18 was Brady. 17 was Gronk. 16 was OBJ.
Of course.
15 was Richard Sherman. 14 was Adrian Peterson. So apparently, oh, there was apparently an alternative in 2014. So there were like two, Adrian Peterson and Barry Sanders. Calvin
Hmm.
Johnson, Peyton Hillis in 2012, Drew Brees, Troy. Oh, that was my first Madden cover. Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald. I remember that now.
Oh, that was the year after the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was like
Oh, that's
that. Yeah.
interesting.
And I remember like they were because yeah, they had just played in the Super Bowl. So I remember as a kid thinking that like it was always like the Super Bowl players that were on like the Madden cover because of that, which, as it turns out is not
Honestly,
necessarily true.
maybe that's just how it should be. That'd be far simpler.
Probably, yeah, that's true. Yeah, like that would be true. So yeah, Brett Favre in 2009. Yeah, that's crazy that like my first Madden game was like a year before or after Brett Favre. That's crazy. I'm
Wow.
old. Vince Young. Although I guess to be fair, we never had like the newest Madden, or my parents didn't, so like it was probably like a few years old. But Sean Alexander, actually, I think I had that Madden on like the Nintendo DS or something like that, like
Oh,
Madden
that's
07.
fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. Now that I think about it, Donovan McNabb in 06, Ray Lewis in 05, Michael Vick in 04, Marshall Falk in 03, Dante Culpepper in 02, Eddie George in 01, and John Madden in 2000. So,
Pretty solid. Like most of those choices make sense, I guess.
yep, that's
And not too
true.
many surprises. I guess Antonio Brown at the time made sense.
Yeah, at the time he definitely
It's just
did.
I still find it funny to look back on that.
Bill Belichick says Lighty is dead. Or did you already see that?
Did he say it on Discord?
He said
I
on
got
Discord.
Zoom open on my left and I got the stream open on my right. So anything that is not said
Gotcha.
in YouTube chat, I do not see.
Yeah.
He said I'm
He
dead.
said WTF LT was the most dominant player to walk the earth. Um, okay. I'm sure he was.
LT, is he talking about Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. Because I
Okay,
think
but
he
that was about the who is the goat, right? That was the
yeah, is
question.
LT the GOAT? That was like the
Wait,
question. Yeah.
is Bill Belichick putting LT above Tom Brady in the goat conversation?
See, I think Bill Belichick coached LT, so he could kind of do
He
that.
coached Tom Brady too.
So if he puts one above the other, then the other will be like yeah.
Okay. I
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
mean, I'm right
nice.
here openly admitting Tom Brady is the GOAT, and he's saying that no.
Bill Belichick said Daniel is him. Slater is the greatest Pats player ever. Daniel knows what he's talking about. I'm influencing Daniel. I mean, it's all about greatness, which is why you appreciate like the Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers of the world. Oh, like, yeah. I hope Tom Brady comes back. I want to see him play.
That makes one of us. It's ridiculous. Okay,
That
look,
would
I
be
I'm openly admitting Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. Like there's not really an argument for anyone else. Like real talk. Give it
yeah.
a few years when Mahomes has another few rings, we can put him ahead of
I
Brady.
mean, I think the argument you could make though is like yeah, Tom Brady is the greatest by like, he played the most important position, 7 rings. But was he like the most dominant player in his position? It's like some people think that like Jerry Rice is the GOAT because like he was good. But ultimately, I think if you to be the GOAT, you have to like have the rings, be a quarterback, I think is a prerequisite probably to being the GOAT. Unless no, yeah, unless you have 2015 JJ, I think it was 2014 JJ Watt for like 15 seasons, then maybe you can and you win Super Bowls, but that's just not happening.
Mm-mm. Oh well. If Tom Brady
Yep.
came back, I'd start a riot. Yeah, I'd join you.
No,
Nope,
Tom,
not allowing it. We can boycott the NFL if he comes back. I don't even care.
if Tom Brady comes back, I'll celebrate somehow.
You're ridiculous.
We'll
This is worse
have a
than you
party.
openly simping for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like this is worse.
Dude, no, if Tom Brady comes back, then like you will not hear the end of it. Now, if he comes back and he
I know.
sucks, then that'll be a different story. But
I could
he's
live
not
with
going to
that.
suck. He won't suck. He'll be fine if he comes back.
That depends on who he comes back for, because he's not going to do well in Vegas if that's who he plays for.
Yeah. Well, he's not coming for Vegas. He'd come for like the 49ers or something like that.
I think they got enough quarterbacks as it is.
Yeah. I actually did have this thought. Um if you're a quarterback, because in theory, it should sound like a quarterback's dream to play for Kyle Shanahan. But wouldn't it also be like dreadful because you're guaranteed an injury, basically?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be down for that. Maybe if you're the backup
Yeah.
quarterback, you go there. That's a dream come true. You get to play.
Wasn't Brock Purdy the backup? And well, I guess
Exactly.
technically, no, Jimmy was the backup because Trey Lance was the week 1 starter.
That's right. That's right.
Trey Lance
Yeah.
hurt, Jimmy hurt, Brock Purdy hurt,
Just
Josh
be on the
Johnson, I think, was
team
hurt.
as a backup, and that's already a success for you. You get to play at some point. You're guaranteed to play.
They should like, uh, they should like. Well, I'm trying to think how to articulate it. They should they should sign Carson Wentz and list him as tight end so that if everyone gets hurt, they can just slap him in and he can play.
I'd rather have Christian McCaffrey than Carson Wentz.
Okay, now that's delusional. But
Nah, it's bias.
yeah, sure it is. Oh, they could bring in Cam Newton and put him as like tight
I
end.
can yes, do that, do that. That's a good idea.
He could probably actually play like fullback or something. I feel like he would be good on the field, just not as like a thrower necessarily. But he could do that.
I would be excited if that happened for sure. I don't
That
know
would
why
be
someone
pretty.
hasn't done that yet. Honestly,
Maybe they just don't want to pay Cam Newton. Maybe Cam just doesn't want to play for the veteran minimum. I don't know,
I
but
mean, surely he realizes he's not really worth much money at this point, right? And nobody's
oh
offering
yeah,
him anything.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I think like Cam Newton. I mean, I think it's like not quite like this, but he also should just be like a Taysom Hill, just a football player. Like you
Yeah,
don't have
be
like
an
a set
athlete.
position. Like he could throw, he could run, he could like do stuff, but he's just a football player. Like if it's like 4th and 1, you need an extra body, you put him in. Like I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with
Honestly,
that.
he probably should just stay retired at this point. Don't take any more injuries. Don't take any more hate. He's one of the most hated players out there, honestly.
Yeah, true.
He should just stay out of it while he can. No need to come back at this point. But if he does, I will openly and obnoxiously support it.
Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess we can just end it here. I mean, I don't really see a need to like, you know, just keep it going just to keep it going. But thank you so much for watching. Especially our super fan. Shout out to you. Notice I did say super fan, as the other one I think has some catching up to do. But
Uh huh.
yeah.
Yeah, our super
Uh,
fan watched the whole thing. We appreciate you.
exactly. Yeah, we appreciate it. Even when we just like kind of went on random tangents or just kind of stuck around. But yeah, any closing thoughts, delusional?
I got nothing. I can't wait for football to start back because the off season is genuinely so boring.
Bro, I think I had a dream the other night that football was on. Then I woke up and was horrified because it's
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry for you. I'm genuinely
I'm
sorry for you.
okay.
That's
I
terrible.
actually, I actually remember. It's actually so obscure or so funny. It was like a Chargers versus Chiefs, I think, primetime game, and like, hold on, it was actually some situation like the Chiefs. Dreams are weird, but apparently the Chiefs could have made a field goal. They were down like I think 28-27 or something like that. They could have tried a field goal and like the Chiefs decided to like go for the touchdown, which is like weird. Why would you do that? Although maybe they were long, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But like Mahomes just like he didn't even like let the play develop because like if you're like 50 yards to go, you like let everyone get to the end zone. He didn't even do that. He threw it into triple coverage and got intercepted. And the thing is, I don't even think there was anyone there. There were just three Chargers just there. He just threw it over there and threw the pick.
That doesn't
And
sound like a dream. That sounds like a nightmare. What is that?
I don't think he was pressured or anything. He was just like drop back, throw, and there were like three Chargers there. Like it wasn't even nightmare. It was just so weird. Like why?
Dreams are funny like that, I suppose.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
Go
Yeah, well,
Celtic.
I got nothing more to add except hi
Yeah.
Celtic and bye Celtic.
Yep. See y'all later. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. And football for fun is not dead. I know I got a job, but like it's not like I have to work 24 hours a day. Like, football for fun's not dead. And it won't be.
Not ever, ever, ever. We got to get to 1,000 subs and then call it quits.
Football for fun is immortal. All right.
Totally.
Well, we'll see y'all. Thanks for stopping
Yeah.
by.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.